Hey guys, welcome to the homestead. Just doing a quick live video, and I know a lot of people will be able to tune. This is gonna be a short video, so I know a lot of people won't be able to tune in to watch it and see everything. I was gonna be doing onions today, working on getting these ready for long-term storage. That's probably gonna be a year storage, and getting these things wired up or braided. And so that's what I'm doing right now. So I had all these onions kind of laid out. Let me just show you what I got. So there's all the onions right there laid out, and they were going to dry. Now, I had done this before the weekend, and I figured by now they'd be ready to go. However, we got a little bit of a rain after I left. I had to go to St. Louis and visit with family there. And while I did that, it rained a little bit. And so there's a little bit of moisture that has accumulated underneath some of this. And so what I'm doing, because these need to dry, and before I can work with them, they need to be dried. And so they're getting dry now, but I need to help them out a little bit and get rid of that moisture, a little bit of moisture that was trapped underneath some of their leaves here. So what I'm doing is coming over, and Wi-Fi disconnected. I think I'm still live. Okay. Anyway, I'm cleaning these off and taking the stems off, cutting them off, and trying to make sure that these can dry properly. Now, there was a few of them that did, in fact, some rot started to set in, and by cleaning off the dried material and cutting off these places where moisture can stay trapped, it's going to allow them to dry a lot quicker. We got a good breeze coming in. We got some really good heat coming in, but there are a few, like this one here. It's a shame. Like this was really soft in here, and I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of mold that's gotten started in there, and it's going to be hard to stop that mold and get it to dry out. So this has got some, that's definitely going to rot. It'd probably be okay now. So if I was to use this onion like today or tomorrow, I'd probably be able to use most of it. But that chances are that rot is not going to stop, and you're not going to want to braid this onion and keep it with the rest of your crop. It's just because then that rot could spread to the others. So you're going to set that aside. This one also, I got a small spot right there that's probably going to grow and fester. And so that's an onion that I'm going to have to pull out. I was going to see if the rest of it would dry. This one kind of formed weird anyway. See, that's weird. But and so there was, I think, there's a little bit of moisture in here. I don't know. Chances are this is probably not going to be a good one. So I'm setting it aside. If there's a possible chance of this rotting and spreading, yeah, they'll just set that aside. Either use it right away or get rid of it completely. There are some other ones down here that I just pulled off. Like this was really mushy. This one was really mushy. There's no way it's ever going to be able to be good. This one here too, got a few spots in it. So that is all going to go away. So what I'm doing right now is just going through, snipping the tops off, and going ahead and cleaning off the sides a little bit, just kind of getting those dead skins off, so to allow this completely to dry. And then it's going to sit for another few days. So we're not ready to go ahead and do the video yet on how I'm going to braid these, but it's a really interesting technique. I'll put a video up. This video here that I'm recording is I'll put this on Patreon, free for the public to view. But then the video that I do for the braiding and how we're going to hang these, I'll go ahead and post that in a few days after I just give us a little more time to dry. It's just not ready yet. They're just not ready yet. And then I need to go through the rest of these and trim the tops off, clean them like I've done with these over here, and just give them some more time to dry. And I think we'll be ready at that point. But had a great harvest. I'm going to go ahead, hold on, let me go ahead and flip this camera back around. I'm going to go ahead and in the video that I do when I do the braiding, I'll talk a little bit about what it is I did to discover how to grow good onions. And it was completely by accident. This is one of the things I really was frustrated on, how to grow good onions. And I talked to a lot of people, and they said, listen, do it this way, do it that way, you need to do this, you need to do that, all of these different techniques. And nothing was working, and I just got frustrated, and I quit. And then I quit for like a year. I just skipped it and said, I'm not going to do onions. I'll just buy onions at the store. And last year, I did an experiment, just kind of an accident, and boom, I had onions. I was like, oh my goodness, it's that easy. It's going to be different for everybody. What I'll explain in the video is my attempt, what I did, and maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it won't. But I have onions, good sized onions. Okay, these are going to be great onions for cooking, great onions for salads, great onions for soups, great onions for sandwiches. And so just going to have all kinds of fantastic onions, red onions, yellow onions. And I'll explain kind of how I did it, and then you can do what you want. But that video is coming up. So this is just a quick short video, kind of just giving you an update. I'm not going to be able to do an onion video today because I still need a few more days to get these to dry. So I'm going to finish doing these and then looking at some of the seed pods so that I can get started on onions. I'm going to try a different attempt at going ahead and getting seeds ready for next spring. But you got to get these ready now. So there's a whole bunch of seeds in here, and I'll talk about that a little bit too. Again, listen, man, I'm not an onion expert, and I'll say that in the video that I do. I'm not an onion expert. I'm just kind of going with the flow and learning as I can, and so far this year turned out to be great when it comes to onions, and I'll get these hung up here soon. All right, I'm gonna get these done, then we're heading over to the creek. The kids want to go swimming because it's gonna be, I think it's up in the 90s. It's already only 1 o'clock. And it's going to be a hot one today. So the kids want to go to the creek. We're going to go to the creek. And I think Vaudry is going to be there. I talked with Jamie one time, and I said, you know, we ought to do just a bunch of series of videos with Vaude. I think that would be a hit. I just don't think Vaude would do it. Because he is pure Arkansas. He can be entertaining and vulgar at times, so that kind of gives me pause. But I think we're going to work on the car today down at the creek. So. All right, guys. See you next time in the homestead. Bye.